Welcome to 8x10 Handwork. Today I wanted to go through the process of some furniture making and tool restoration and talk about what happens in my 8-foot by 10-foot workshop. Let's start out by taking a look at how we restore some of the tools we use to get the lumber to be able to make furniture. Now here you'll see a bench saw. We can't see the etch very well anymore. The etch is this logo section here. It tells you everything you need to know about the saw, but that's unfortunately gone on this one. But this handle was handcrafted and made to fit my hand after the handle it came with was broken. The restoration process on something like this is done with a lot of steel wool and 3-in-1 oil. You'll see this Diston D7 here is a beautiful example of a vintage saw that has been restored to using nature. Now, these aren't collector's items anymore, but these get used on a regular basis. The process for a saw involves getting the plate clean, the plate being this part here, and getting the handle comfortable, because you don't want sore hands. Then you go through and do a process of jointing the teeth, which is getting them all the same height, and then sharpening with this triangular file, and then setting with this cool tool here, which squeezes the teeth into an offset shape to give you that classic V pattern. Now to do all this, you got to have something to hold it. So we've got this vintage saw vise made by Wentworth. This is a pretty lucky and happy pickup for me. So that's where everything starts, is with the saw. You've got to break down big lumber and get stuff going. Now there's multiple types of saws, but these are my two favorites. Followed by that, we need to flatten boards, which is where this big jointer from 1910 to 1920 comes in. Got the rosewood handles and a corrugated sole, which is less common. You'll also find I've got the number 5 jack. This one's from the 1950s. And to keep all those working, you got to have a place to sharpen, and you got to have something sharp. I work with diamond plates, a honing guide, and a strop to get that razor keen edge. But once you've got that going, it's time to start making some furniture. So we processed our lumber. We've got another saw. This one's done just for joinery. I've also got multiple ways. This one's homemade by me. These two are commercial options. This one's vintage. Those are marking gauges, and they're used for making these little lines here so that you know where to cut. You can also see there's pencils to make things easier to see, a knife for marking out things that the gauge won't get, a square because everything's got to be square, and then a mallet and chisel for cutting out these dovetails. Now in the future, these dovetails will hopefully look something like this. These ones are a little gappy. I've gotten better over the years. I hope you've enjoyed taking a quick tour of the basic tools I use around the shop, and I hope that you'll stick around and follow my journey as I restore more vintage tools and continue to make new furniture. You can find my socials at the bottom of the page. Go ahead and head over to Instagram to see what I'm doing recently, or head over to the LinkedIn page and see how you can connect. Have a great day. Bye-bye.